we go to 1 hour and 15 minutes, you make an entry, we're gonna get that C, but we're just going to take it to top of A, 127.2 above top of A, 3,500 barely, also 3,450 more probably best area to take your profits. Let's just continue with the analysis first before we do the entries. We're having now that structure on the 4 hour chart, the same structure that we're seeing. Okay, so this market did actually fall all the way to 3,050. That is all. All right, so even yesterday when we were looking at this, we were considering that we could get a break down, or we may not get a breakdown. Remember, we said there was an A, B, and a C, and it looks not complete, that all of this is A, or this is A, and there's an A, B, C, this is B now. We're doing C. This is really true. We're going to do a higher head. All right, if this was going to be correct, we would have done that shoulder here. Selling at 3,170 would have been appropriate. Now we're already above these levels, so we're now confirmed that we're going into a higher degree C. This yellow C kicks up all the way to the upper bound of that Elliott channel, and the red hours go up with it, of course. What we are really seeing on that 1 hour delay chart is this higher head. So we did a shoulder, we did a second shoulder probably, now we're doing 3,520. This is a higher head. All of this is going to be a bigger shoulder inside of that Elliott structure. Before there was a shoulder here. Usually shoulders take you to the upper boundary of the Elliott structure, or 61.8%, 38.2 of course, just below that upper boundary of that Elliott structure. Entries then are going to be short. 3,445 is the fluctuation high, all right, last week, and 3,550 where we want to get in. 50% between the fluctuation high and the noise band. We would want to break that neckline and go to 2,650. With this, we expect this is going to be happening. Right, we just want to take a look at the January pivots now. So we are going to be shorting 3,533, this level here. This is just below the monthly open, 50% below the monthly open, and above the noise band. So we're gonna get to see it. All right, so let's do the entries. Okay, so remember, short term it is possible to do a long. It's going to be risky, but it looks like it is possible to do a long, so why not? Over here you have at least momentum confirmation, which we don't have with Bitcoin. We check it again, but we didn't really take note of it, but we did check it. We don't have with Bitcoin. So this is very peculiar, should be studied. We really should be studying it. Anyway, what is it with this internal confirmations is that we are having here an internal degree 2. We've seen this with gold. There is a triangle. Yes, there is. This is high degree 1. This is internal degree 2. The breakout is a valid 3. All right, so now we have confirmation at least of short-term cycle projection, and we can buy. We are actually even so confirmed that we don't have to wait for retraction back to the fibs just because of that confirmation. Okay, so this confirmation means you have a neckline here at level 1, just about here, I think. So we just keep this to the 15 minutes or 2 minute charts, and it would mean you can retract all the way back to the neckline, but don't have to. You just move on to the next time neckline. We're moving here at that point. So the ideal entry, of course, is at 3,190, 3,200. It looks like we are just going to get an entry at 3,240 to be realistic. And if you want to go long, that is 3,240 and 3,215. Just get that break into 78.6, 61.8. Remember, we are going to 3,500, so it may be worth the effort. Okay, and if we're going to 3,500 with this, then we're probably going to see 44,000 on Bitcoin, so we can show there, that is, right? And if we're going to long again, it's only half size. Bitcoin is not as confirmed as Ethereum. We're sure of this because of the trigger. We have a trigger here. On Bitcoin, there's no trigger. This is just a flat. So it could move deeper, correct lower, and then move, you know, when markets are making lower lows and lower highs. They're in some kind of a soft downtrend. This is a bit different. Okay, so short term, this is making higher highs and lower lows. We want to get filled at 3,240 and 3,215. Your stop is just here, 3,120, just below the neckline. So just a 100-point stop, $100 stop. We have potential to go to 3,450, yes, and 3,550. Depends on where you want to take it, as close to that Elliott cycle as possible. The sell, of course, comes in at 3,550. Just check that. Probably next week, maybe end of this week. It's very important to do it. This is the primary trade, and we think because of the negative momentum picture on the daily that after doing that second head, we just said you did actually a shoulder and then it's gonna be a head. After doing that head, all right, that head comes in here, 3,540, or maybe at that Elliott structure, you are going to break the neckline. We would all want to see a break of the neckline, and we're going to 2,600. So it's important to do the short. So long as you're seeing this kind of momentum, you would want to do this 1 hour momentum. You would want negative momentum or just retractive momentum. You want to do the short. So already checked momentum on the 4 and on the day, and what you're seeing, of course, on the 1 hour is just a correction to be contained inside of the Elliott structure. So in answer to the question, yes, Ethereum is short intermediate term. This primary swing position is short between 3,450, 3,550 with a stop just above the breakout high. I believe it's 3,650, or even looking at this, 3,650, 3,700. All right, and the target is 2,640, 2,650. Short term, it's a buy right now at 3,240 and 3,215. We're targeting 3,450 at least, maybe 3,500.